It is still the Day Show, and today we're taking a look at the psychology behind being an LGBTQ. And so for people who have identified that they are different from the norm, how are they being accepted into society, and how easy or difficult is it assimilating and accepting as well that they are different? And so in the studios today, I have with me Angela Nanaya Boating, popularly known as Medina Brony. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you're well.
I'm fine.
You look lovely, by the way.
Thank you.
Now, Angela brought her brother along, and so we've just been trying to understand how the families are also, accepting them as well. And so I have with me Moses K. Nana Bentil. Thank you as well for joining me. How are you doing? Okay. And we have a very popular young man. He goes by the name Akwesi Kardashian.
Ghana male Barbie doll.
Ghana what?
Male Barbie doll.
Ghana male Barbie doll.
I'm hotter than your mother, honey.
You're hotter than my mother, but you haven't met her.
Honey, I'm hotter than your father.
Hey!
Even your boyfriend.
Even my boyfriend.
Yeah, honey.
I'm single, don't worry. It's fine. And so we'll be having that conversation, but quickly, let's find out what's been trending around the world with Catch Up. Welcome back. It's still the Day Show, and we're starting our conversation. First of all, let me come to you, Angela. I know that you came out publicly in 2018, right, where you told the world that you were, transforming into a lady. At what age did you realize you weren't comfortable in the body that you had?
Thank you. At the age of 7 to 8 years.
7 to 8 years. What did you notice?
By then, I was in school. The society and the community, the way they were treating me was very bad. So I even dropped out from school when I was at that age.
Age 7 and 8?
Yeah.
People were treating you badly? Why?
But because of my behavior.
All right.
Yeah.
How were you behaving? Like a girl?
I was behaving like a lady. I do everything. Like when I go to the washroom, I even behave as a lady. Okay. I do everything as a lady.
As a lady?
Yeah.
And your friends didn't understand?
Yes.
Okay. And so from age 8, you decided you wanted to be a girl?
Yes. So normally I used to talk to some of my parents about my situation, but the only thing they can tell you that take time, let's see what God can do in your life. I sit down and I also think about it that I should take time and see what God can do for me. Yeah.
Even at that young age?
Yes.
So you dropped out of school for how long?
For I completed Emmanuel Presby, JSS. But when I was in Faith Community Baptist, I dropped out from school at the age of 8 years.
For how long?
Yes.
Before you went back to school?
Yes. For like 6 months, 7 months before I went back.
And your parents understood?
Again. Yes.
So they gave you time to what?
Time to think and go back to school.
At that time, did they understand that you wanted to be a girl?
No, I didn't decide that with them like that because I was not having any brain about those things.
Yeah. So it took you a while.
Yes.
And so at what age did you start dressing up as a girl?
I started dressing up as a girl at the age of 13 to 15 years.
And your parents didn't mind?
Yes, everything was cool with me and my parents.
Okay, let me bring Moses in because Moses is your brother. Moses, did you notice that change in her a long time ago?
Yeah.
Okay, and...
Yeah, the way she talks, the way she dresses. Now I'll use she because she's she now.
Okay, but you used to call her he.
He at first, he was he.
When you were kids, you know when you have siblings and you're very young, you play together. So
we play together.
Were you playing football together or was
Angela was playing football.
Okay.
But, okay, let's say volleyball is very, very, very most.
Was she behaving as a boy?
No.
At a very young age? Not at all.
A lady, girlish.
Was it a problem for you?
Me, I like it because...
Even when you were young?
Yes.
Were you not confused?
No. Why?
Okay.
I can never be confused.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can never be confused. Yeah. Let me come to Akwesi. Akwesi, now you also are a little different.
Yeah.
How would you describe yourself? Explain this to me because I'm not sure if I can call you a he or she. Which one are you?
I add girlish, but I'm he.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are male?
Yeah.
And at what age did you identify this?
Oh, like since my childhood, I normally play with girls a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and your friends didn't have a problem?
Who?
Your friends?
No. They like me because I'm funny.
Because you're funny?
Yeah.
What about your parents?
My mother, no.
Your mother is not in favor of how you act?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, she doesn't like it.
Have you tried talking to her about it?
No, she won't even listen. No.
At all? So what if, I'm sure people came to report to her that I noticed.
I noticed about those kind of comments on the mama. So she didn't want to even listen. Yeah.
But she still takes care of you?
Yeah, sure.
All right. But why do you think that she doesn't want to listen and doesn't want to accept that she behaved differently?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, she sometimes feel very sad because you know how Ghanaians are. Hey, me who ban how, but me, I don't even go out. Say, ebi ako yi uti krampa. Oh, me who know, but omo nim se me kwa yi miti. It turns out, like when they tell that to my mother, hey, me ban no coin like those kind, because when they say I girlish, it's always me ban no coin. But omo nim se me kwa yi miti. Some Ghanaian people, they are so like, if you act girlish, as if you are a demon or like you are, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're outcast.
So you face
something.
a lot of discrimination from people. A lot? Angela, is it the same with you as well?
Yes, it's the same. I'll put it at when I was young, maybe going to school. Sometimes you might meet those kind of rascal boys on the way. When you see them, you have to get back home because you have the fear in you. I met one guy. I was at Medina going to buy something at the market. When I get to the market, I met this guy. Hey, you, where are you going? Why are you walking like a lady? Fire, fire, those kind of terms. So it will shake you. Whatever you want to do, you can't do it. You have to sit somewhere, run away, and go and hide yourself.
So then why did you decide to come out and tell the world that you were...
Yeah, the reason why I decided to come out, I have the feeling that I am not a real man because the hormone in me was not a man hormone. So I have to do something about it and rush up in the country.
So hormonally you didn't feel like
I didn't feel like a man.
But what about physically?
The same.
Okay. Yeah. Were you growing breasts at a point?
Yeah, at a point I was growing a little breast, but it was not all that fit like that. So it went back.
Oh, it went back?
Yeah.
Okay, but what about now? So have you had to undergo surgery?
Now I have to go for a surgery. I was going for the surgery this year, but because of the virus, so I couldn't make it.
What kind of surgery do you want?
I was going for breast endorsement.
Oh, breast.
Yeah.
What about your sexual organ?
Everything is done already.
Oh, you
yes.
Okay, so you're female?
Yes.
When did you do this?
Oh, I did it around somewhere, I've forgotten, but I did it before coming out.
You did what?
I did my surgery before my interview came out. Yeah.
So that means you are fully a woman now.
Yeah.
Did you have to speak to your parents about it before getting the sex change?
By then, my mom was not feeling well. My mom was sick at the hospital, so I normally talk to my grandmother.
Okay.
Yeah, everything that I do, my grandmother is the first person to listen to what I will say before I move on.
And your grandma was okay with it?
Okay. My grandmom was a teacher in the U.S., so my grandmom knows something a little about those things.
It.
Yeah.
So it was easier for her.
Easy.
What about your brother? Did you tell him?
Yeah, no. By then, my brother was not around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where were you by then? Where were you? Have you lived outside for a while?
No.
Okay.
Just around Kumasi.
Kumasi.
Yeah.
Just around Kumasi.
Yeah.
Okay, but you also act a little different. I mean, you say you're a guy, but you have a lot of feminine actions and stuff.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
The way I talk, the way I dress, the way I walk.
How do you walk? I want to see.
Oh, you didn't see when
No, I didn't see. You have to show me. Show me.
You see?
Okay.
Am I not nice?
No.
Am I good?
Oh, yeah, you are. Nobody's saying you're not.
Very good. So you want me to walk?
Yeah, I wanted to see. You said you walk like a girl, so I wanted to see if...
That is it.
Okay.
I'm walking.
And do you also... Okay. Please have a seat. Do you also face a lot of discrimination? Because as much as you're supporting your sister...
My own is 1,000. When I say 1,000, it's higher than them.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll be going out. The way I'll dress, the way I come out. Hey, they say, hey, where do you feel some?
Okay.
Sometimes I have to swallow it. I have to use it as a pomade. Because Ghanaians, they talk.
But it's not just Ghanaians. Is it not a human thing?
No. Ghanaians, they talk. Ghana for your kasa.
Why?
Okay. Enye yepe. Me kase enye yepe. Maka asem bebre. Maka kasa kwa soso. Enye yepe.
Okay.
Enye se yakosunya. Ani yeye. Bagana for the munye hunu bibi sa pe. Hey.
So you are saying you act like this because it's natural.
It's natural. Okay. I can hide it. And I can throw it away. So I'm ready for anything that happens.
What about your family members as well? Apart from your sister, what about the extended family? How do they react?
Oh, they are all... Even though when you come to my house and you say you are looking for Nana Bentel, oh, Nana Bentel is there. Nana, the way I'll be frog crowded, so yeah.
Okay. In the beginning,
that is how it
difficult.
is.
It's always been like that.
That is how it is. So me, when I'm going out and you say so, I know that I walk like a lady. Me hone cross or ba me ni kra nyefe one say the minute here. Yeah, Crawford say, hey, when you are sexy.
Hey,
you're sexy into the end.
Okay.
Until the way I go, the what creating me, I like it.
You like it this way.
I like it. Obi crowd to say, imani bebre crowd or crowd when him crowd to say. Eto so ro muti mi di pa won tro. Ghana fo ankasa kasa no. So mu je hu bi pe no madwe na ye den.
Okay.
It follows.
Let me bring Akwesi in because as you can see, now he goes out all guns blazing because he knows that people will criticize him. So what about you? How are you able to handle it when people make fun of you and insult you? Because she says for some reason she had to even stop school. So it won't be that easy dealing with, you know, public scrutiny and all of that.
Let me tell you a secret.
Tell me, I'm listening.
Yesterday you called me.
Yeah.
I was just sitting and I was crying.
You were crying?
I swear you.
Why were you crying? What's the problem?
Sometimes when you go out, even your friends, they pretend as if they like you. When you just go, those, hey, men, Ben, those, even, you realize I told you that, like, even if I'm free with your boyfriend, Bella, about what's so bad, and a coin, like, you feel very bad. Like, you feel very sad. Say, sometimes I swear, like, I was like, oh my God, what is happening?
Do you think God created you like this?
Yes, of course, because Bella, once me catch you say, when you be in my house for like, let's say a week, you say, oh wow, I could see a nice person. Even if one else in me call audition, or catch you say, no, just say me fake, but like, me Nantina, me Kasa, I was, oh my God, this guy, he has something in him.
Okay.
Like me, I love acting and I love entertainment.
Okay.
It's Yvonne Pema, me again, me, so you know, so I could see, understand you, because I could see, say, who face it, but like, oh, outsider, you do va-va-voo.
So, it makes you sad that people don't really accept you and they pretend around you, but this is just who you are.
Sometimes, I just sit down like that and say, wow, should I kill myself?
Have you ever thought of?
Of course, yeah.
You have?
I swear, Bella.
Have you ever attempted to?
No,
Okay.
I haven't. But like, when I'm there, like, especially with your friends, they have to even support you. They shouldn't just go behind your back.
But maybe your friends don't understand. And I'm sure you all have friends.
Oh, honey, they do understand, but they are hypocrites. And
is that what
like,
it is?
By biting, like, oh, what we say, hey, what's up, Chris Kardashian? Because they're all chiribi. But me, I'm a very smart person. Oh, kape me de masotia. I won't even be free with you because me kumi uma kwapa umpe myself. So, especially with the boys. Boys there.
Do you have male friends?
Yes.
Oh, you have male friends? Friends that you've known since you were a child?
Yeah.
Or these are new friends that you got? And how do they feel about?
They are now okay. Some of them used to call me, hey, Brony, now you've changed. You are now okay. Are you facing the same problem? I said, no, I'm not facing any problem. It depends on the way you carry yourself to people. Yes.
Okay. Well, I have a quick documentary to show you, and much later as well, we have a clinical psychologist who will be joining us to explain. As you can see, they seem to have built a wall around them, and that's, you know, a way of just fighting off discrimination. But even before then, what has been going through their minds? What's the thought process like before you even identify that I don't want to be this gender, I want to be this gender? Keep watching, we'll be back.
There's a new cultural trend in Ghana, though not new in other countries. The issues of transgender have become so significant in our present times. These are people with gender identity that differs from their sex assigned them at birth. People like Caitlyn Jenner, then Bruce Jenner, Isis King and others have opened up about their new gender and are living life in the best way they can. Ghana have recorded a mixed record on these, and their rights and treatment by society has become debatable.
I will not accept any friend of relative who has gone to do any kind of transgender, because first of all, my religion does not believe in it.
I would accept my child who has been transgender, because I believe that in this world, no one is perfect to judge the other.
Most of them are victims of physical violence, psychological abuse, discrimination because of their sexual orientation and gender identity. The truth is, everyone deserves to be loved and appreciated, but society has its own way of embracing this. Will transgender ever be accepted in Ghana?
I'll use the word in quotes. It's senseless and it's very awful.
Welcome back. It got a little emotional in the studios as my guest told me their story about discrimination and the fact that they've had to deal with so much just because they realized they were different. And so that means that a lot of people really do not understand the thought processes that go into wanting to change who you are. Now, there's another question that I want to ask them. In the studios, by the way, I have Angela Nanaya Boateng, probably known as Madina Brony. Moses Kane Bento is her brother. And I have Akwesi Kardashian. Now, moving forward, I want to find out from you. Of course, there's a lot of discrimination and all that. But you, for yourself as well, how do you feel when you look in the mirror and realize the changes that you've made?
Bella, I feel okay.
Yeah?
Than first.
You feel better?
Yeah.
Than before?
Yeah, than before.
Is it more about confidence, or what exactly is it?
It's not about confidence. Bella, there are certain things normal when you are doing, you have to sit down and think about it before you do.
Yeah.
Yes. And there are certain things that you want to do. You have to talk to someone before you move on.
Yeah.
Yes. When you sit down and look at the society, you might kill yourself. I have tried it before.
You have?
Yes.
You have.
I have tried it before and I survived.
So you actually attempted committing suicide?
Yes. 37 military hospital.
Wow.
Yes. I've tried it before because of the society and the way they will talk to you, the hatred and stuff. So sometimes you don't have to think about what people say.
True.
Be yourself. Do what you want to do. Okay. It will help you. When it doesn't help you, it's your own problem. No one can get up from his house and tell you that, Angela, I'm sending you this amount of money. Take care of yourself. No. When you ask, they will never give you because of you are a lesbian or a gay or transgender.
Okay.
Yeah. The thought when they give you is a bad habit that when they give you is a bad thing.
What do you guys think about it, by the way? Is this surprising in any way? Are you used to this? No? You see them around, but have you really ever heard someone's story like this before? You haven't. We'll have our doctor join us. He's a clinical psychologist, and he'll give you all the answers that you're probably asking. Welcome back. A very interesting discussion in the studio on the Day Show. By the way, we're on TV3 and it's proudly brought to you by Forever Clear. Now, earlier we spoke to Moses, and we still have in the studios Angela Nanaya Boateng and Akwesi Kardashian. And we're trying to understand the psychology behind the LGBTQ. And so we also thought it wise to have a clinical psychologist join us for this discussion as well. He is Dr. Foster Nanewoto. Please put your hands together for him as he joins us. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, you've been listening to the conversation all through from the beginning. She says she noticed she was different at the age of 7 and 8. She's always been different. He says he's always been different as well. And a lot of people have been asking, but if you're not born male, how then do you behave as a male? If you're not born female, how then do you behave as a female? Can you explain the science behind this for me?
Okay. We'll start from, first of all, understanding sex and gender.
Yeah.
Sex is your genitalia that is assigned to you at the time of birth. But gender, even though it's a bit difficult to define or explain, but it's largely linked to societal roles. The roles that are assigned to the gender of being a male or a female.
Okay.
All right. So moving from that point, then we talk about people not being happy with their gender.
Yes.
That their sex that they are assigned with, and therefore they want to be the opposite sex. So this comes to, in clinical terms, what we call gender dysphoria.
All right.
Simply, it means the unhappiness or the distress that an individual will experience as a result of their dissatisfaction with the sex that they've been assigned to at the time of birth.
Okay.
So they experience distress or extreme unhappiness because they are not happy with the sex that they've been assigned with at the time of their birth.
Okay.
So, and looking at this, for males mostly, there are largely two trajectories of it. Early onset and then later onset. Early onset, we have individuals whose their symptoms begin to manifest at a younger age. So as a young male or a child, a male, for instance, they begin to behave like the opposite sex. Let's note the difference. Gender non-conformity is not the same as gender dysphoria or transgender. The non-conformity is like, okay, in terms of gender roles, let's say we agree that females are, I'm using this example advisedly, that females are supposed to cook. So if a male is excited in cooking, that doesn't necessarily make them transgender.
All right.
Yes, so I said from the start that the dysphoria is about dissatisfaction or distress that you experience as a result of the sex that you've been assigned to naturally, that you are dissatisfied with, and you wish or you want to be in the opposite sex.
Okay. Okay. Wanted to be, it's a lot to take in, but I'm trying to still grasp it. But in their case, where, you know, they've had to behave differently, then that means that it's normal?
So, as I was explaining from the start, so for the early onset, the signs and the signs will begin to show at a younger age. For a young child boy, he will prefer to play with, or for a girl as well, will prefer to play with the toys that are typically for the opposite sex.
Yeah.
So for a male, they will prefer female toys, and for a female, they will prefer male toys.
All right.
The other one is that they have extreme unhappiness about dislike, about their gender, their sex. So their genitalia, they do not like it.
But a lot of people would say that as a child, you don't even understand the world yet. So how then are you able to tell that I'm not happy in my skin or in my body?
So for the male, largely, they will begin to show this. That is one thing that even informs treatment in later part. Because of that lack of insight, inability of younger people to understand what am I to be a male or a female and all that. So sometimes even the hormones are used to delay development to a certain point where the person will have grown to understand the ins and outs of the certain decisions. For instance, if you decide to have your gender changed, you have to be a little older for you to understand those things. So sometimes hormones are used to delay development until the person is able to understand the implications of those decisions before.
This is getting interesting. I'll come back to you with another question, but quickly, let's just go on the streets and find out if, you know, or what people think about the LGBTQ community.
In Christianity and even in Muslim, it's not right. As a man, you can't be transformed into a woman. It's not good. because that's how God has created you. So you should appreciate what God has made you, and you should be proud of yourself. So I don't think it's right to do that.
I'll use the word in quotes. It's senseless and it's very awful for you to transform from a woman, or let me say a female, to a male. Has God in his own wisdom created you as a female? You have to remain a female. You don't have to turn into a male or from a male into a female. To me, they don't even know what they are doing.
No, because of our culture, religion, and other factors in the society. Like this very religious society, and most of our religions don't believe in homosexuality, not to talk of transgender. So like it's never possible. It's never possible for Ghanaians to accept transgender.
If a man has changed into a woman, there are certain things that if I'm with that person right now, I'll not feel. In terms of maybe playing with the person, like sexual aspects. You know, God created woman and man. So even if maybe I'm touching the breast, excuse me to say, the breast, I don't feel it like I'm touching a real woman's breast or a lady's breast.
I will not accept any friend of relative who has gone to do any kind of transgender, because first of all, my religion does not believe in it, not to talk of my culture. So, but I really am a very religious person. I'm a Christian. And moreover, the Bible is against transgender. So why would I accept somebody who has gone to do that?
I would accept my child who has been transgender, because I believe that in this world, no one is perfect to judge the other. And in as much as I will accept her to be a transgender, I equally believe that nobody is beyond salvation. I'll continue to speak to the child, I'll continue to speak to the relative who has transformed to be a transgender, that still there is a God, and that if he regrets or he repents from what he or she is doing, he still have the opportunity to be saved. After he encountering other sickness and other things, because genetically God has made the body to be a man or a woman, and you have, in your own sense, you decide to change it. After the sickness and the other consequences that comes with it, you need to face it. But for your soul to be saved, for that one, I will accept you and lead you to the way I think it will be better for you.
If you're a parent and you observe that your child is developing this habit, you can stop it by the word of God. Maybe you can organize church pastors, church elders to be talking to the child.
Welcome back. It's still the Day Show. I'm going back to my doctor now. So in this case where my guests have mentioned that they face a lot of discrimination, this obviously will have an effect on them. How are they supposed to manage this amount of pressure from society?
Okay. So from the onset, when these characteristics begin to show, there is the likelihood that there will be social isolation. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that what you experience sometimes, social isolation? Okay.
And then because of the social isolation, there can be certain levels of anxiety as well within, whether my parents will accept this or not. Yeah. Whether sometimes even there are anxieties about the surgeries or the hormonal changes that are done. Mm-hmm. There are anxieties about whether it will be successful or not. There is also the possibility of depression and suicide, and
which they mentioned.
Yes, they mentioned.
Okay, let me come to Angela quickly. So before your sex change, were you nervous? Were you scared?
No, I was not scared.
And after the change, did it take you a while to get used to your new organ?
Yeah.
It took you a while?
Yeah.
How long was that?
Almost like 8 months to 9 months.
Was it uncomfortable?
Yeah, I was not even feeling better like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you were sick for that long before you healed completely. Yes. But now you're okay.
I'm okay.
Let's talk about, society, getting a job, going to church. What is it like? And I'll throw that question to Moses in a bit. But Akwesi, let me ask you: do you go to church, by the way? So you all are Christians. Yeah. What's the situation like in church? Is it any different from what you experienced outside church?
I had one. I was going to church at now Kwaise, Jericho at Kuntunsi.
Okay.
So I think that time my video was out, running everywhere. So immediately I just stood up from the car there was a guy, the bombo clad,
Oh, in church?
No, like I was going, like
okay,
those
okay,
kind
okay.
of those rascal boys.
Okay.
And it was like, I was say, see him, bombo. They were coming after me and
you run to church. But what is it like in church?
Oh, church is church. In my church, nobody will look at you.
Oh, nobody looks at you in a different way. Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I go to church, Presby.
Presby Church. And you are married to a pastor.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
It's wonderful, and sometimes when you sit down, you don't know where your helper will come from. The pastor understands me. The pastor know who I am. Okay. And normally, the pastor too has been writing about gayism and lesbianism.
He's been what?
Writing about gayism
okay.
and lesbianism in abroad. So I met the pastor online.
All right.
So I think first interview of mine came and the pastor called me. Angela, you are good. You are nice. Take care of yourself and pray to God very well. Like being a lady, I can choose to do anything I want to achieve what I want to achieve.
Yeah.
But I am not in that thing.
Okay.
Yes. I have people that can call you, Angela, how much are you taking? I can get you a car, I can get you a house. But in me, I'm not feeling for that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know where I'm coming from. So I can't just stand up and say, I'm not like this, so let me take advantage and do whatever I do, because there's Ghana.
Yeah.
I can't do anything for someone to harm me.
But being married to a pastor, when you go
we've
to
not
church,
yet married, but we've engaged.
Oh, you're engaged to him?
Yeah.
But what's it like when do you ever go to church together?
Yeah, we've never gone to church before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no, but he has a church?
Yes.
In America?
Yeah.
You are yet to attend the church?
Yes.
Are you nervous about it?
I'm not.
Okay. You don't think that people would look at you?
No.
Let me quickly throw this to Moses, if I have a little time, just to ask him as well what it's like. Moses, do you also attend church?
Yes, please.
You do?
Yes.
Is it any different for you in church?
Oh, no, I am a chorister.
You are a chorister?
Yes.
Okay, so you sing
you
beautifully.
See, those people, we're working like ladies. We are talented. Trust me. After the let's say church service and everything, children's day, I will take part to teach the children.
Okay.
The way they dance, the way they act is a lot.
And the parents don't stop you from engaging with their children?
See, some of them, they understand you.
Okay.
Some of them too, they might not understand.
What has any pastor ever approached you to try to preach
against? Some pastors, when they see you, hey, to the swabano, Unyanko bow, Unyanko Kitanaketu, they bow sorry, the manami.
But sometimes you feel like, you know.
Bible crackers,
okay.
Sure. If you see some people who are reacting as if they are ladies,
all right.
Yeah,
all right.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I'll give my audience the opportunity to share their thoughts and ask questions as well. My doctor is also here if you want to ask any questions to my guests. And so we'll be back. It's the show. All right, you're welcome back. Now, my guests would share their thoughts and questions. I'll start with you.
I think it's not normal for humans or for male and a female to behave like the opposite.
Yeah.
So it would be quite difficult for the society to accept you because this is not what we've grown up seeing. We've seen people being straight. So seeing another person being different, it's something different.
So for you, it would take a while to.
Yeah, it will take a while.
Okay.
It will take a while for me to understand, both spiritually and. But I think it's something of the brain, and it deals with love.
Okay.
It will take love for someone to accept you
the way you are. Okay. Who else? Fauzi wants to speak.
All right. So this is a question to Doc specifically. For most of us, we grew up with the notion that people, men who have effeminate tendencies, have sexual preferences for other men. And then some of us have read wide to also realize that there are some men who have effeminate tendencies but do not necessarily have sexual preferences for men. And there are some men who also act straight but instead have sexual preferences for men. What exactly is the reality from their perspective as a medical person?
Okay. I'll take two more and then there's a young man.
Okay, my question is to Doc. I wanted to know if I'll be a parent by all means, if I see such character being exhibited by my child at a tender age, what should I do?
Okay.
Because I listened to my brother and he was saying that the mom didn't want to listen to him.
Yeah.
So what should I do as a potential parent? Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to come back to the doctor now so he can answer our questions and then we can wrap up.
All right. Dealing with the sexual preferences, as I said from the start, once the individual is showing the tendencies and there's a dysphoria of their gender or that dissatisfaction, which comes with distress, and that level of distress usually will impair their level of functioning. They are not able to function normally, and they are likely going to associate with the opposites, with the same sex, because they see themselves as of the opposite sex.
Okay.
So the association will be with the same sex. So that is very common among them. Okay. And I explained earlier as well that there's a difference between gender non-conformity. So the person acting in roles of the opposite sex as society has established is not the same as gender dysphoria, which could influence the person to the point where they want to have their gender, their sex changed. Not at all. Right. So that is likely supposed to will explain why some people may show or may prefer to act in the opposite sex gender role, but will still have partners that are of opposite sex.
All right.
Yes.
What about if I'm a parent, like he said,
Yes.
and my child exhibits those tendencies?
The thing is that for the early onset, there can also be another dysphoria. The person may try to or may have changed or may be dissatisfied with being their naturally in their naturally assigned sex or with their sexual identity for a period of time. For some of them, it goes back. They experience a dissatisfaction after they have psychologically reoriented themselves to the opposite sex. They are able to reorient back to the original sex. It does happen. Okay. And then for some others, from the early onset, that is what it is till they grow old and
so do I accept it?
So with a parent showing a lot of support for that child, taking your time to understand what their feelings are about these things will help you to be able to help your child, or else you are likely going to push them out, because if they don't have that love from within, they are going to run into people who take advantage of them and do a lot of negative things with them. So accepting your child as a parent and showing them the support. If there is a need for them to go through any sort of treatment, laser, hair removal and all that, the support that is needed, you have to be there for them to be able to go through the process.
My time is up, but I really just wanted to find out how easy or difficult it is getting a job. Is it easy? Do you have to do your own work? Have you tried getting a job from...
Yeah, I was working before when I was Prince by then.
Okay.
Sometimes it's even difficult for you to touch someone's hair. Yeah, I
what
work,
work are you
work,
doing?
yeah, hair stylist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So sometimes if someone walks in, like you rushing for the customer, the person might say, oh, no, I want this person. Yeah, so you find it difficult. So when any work that you want to do, because of distance, you can't do it.
So you have your own salon now?
Yeah, I'm having my own shop. It's now opening.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
At Domipilla too.
Oh, I see. That's nice. Okay, see, what about you? I know that it's been difficult getting a job as well.
Sure. I saw credit in front of my house.
Okay.
But with the help of Matilda Hipsy, she sent me Yvonne Nelson audition, and I went. And Yvonne picked me up for Heels and Sneakers. Okay. And I shot another one for Eddie Nasi, The Corner.
Okay, so you have been getting acting roles.
Yeah, and endorsement for like...
skin products and stuff. Thank you so much, Doctor, for explaining to us, the psychology behind this as well. It's been a pleasure having you. And also to Angela Nanaya Boateng, of course, she now is fully female, and Akwesi Kardashian as well, and Moses K. Nana Benzel. Our doctor is Dr. Foster Nanewater. He's a clinical psychologist with the police hospital. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, by the way. Well, anyway, so it has been the Day Show brought to you by FC from Weber here, and we'll see you another time with another intriguing story. Thank you so much. Thank you.
A few days after recording this episode, Moses passed away from a short illness. We pray his soul rests in perfect peace. God be with him till we meet again.